So when I was a kid, I used to watch a TV channel called Jetix. Now, Jetix showed some of my favourite cartoons like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, and other shows like Power Rangers, but my absolute favourite programme on the network was the 1994 Spider-Man animated show. Now, when I was about 6 years old, I have a vivid memory of seeing this old man in one of the episodes. Now, in recent years, I've looked back and understood that man to be Stan Lee, the mastermind behind Marvel Comics, and the king of cameos.
Spider-Man? Pam, hold my calls for a while. I think I've finally gone crazy. Oh, man! Wow! You know, Spidey, I've always wanted to experience real web-slinging.
And I've always wanted to be appreciated as a real hero. It seems you've made me into one. Thanks.
Hey, don't mention it.
And yet, at the time, that meant nothing to me. Yet he still came across as a funny, warm, and rather quirky individual. And down to the core, that's who Stan Lee was. So when I found out Stan Lee passed away, I wasn't really sure on what kind of video I wanted to make. So instead, I just want to talk freely and express my opinions on Stan Lee. No crazy editing, no scripting, just talking. Now to me, Stan Lee is a hero. The work that he and Jack Kirby produced is so timeless and iconic that it has sparked generations of love and support. We see their work everywhere, in the comics, movies, TV shows, cartoons, novels, annuals, toys, video games, costumes, birthday parties, music, and the imagination of millions. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby planted that seed. The characters that Stan created are incredibly recognisable. Spider-Man, Hulk, Iron Man, Black Widow, Loki, Daredevil, The Punisher, Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, Dr. Octopus, Kingpin, Wasp, Ant-Man, and Thor, just to name a few.
You, looking at that couple inside?
Actually, I was just looking at this little pink number over here.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of nice. They look happy, don't they? You know, it reminds me of an issue of Spider-Man I did when Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy went lingerie shopping. Of course, the Green Goblin showed up, and he pumpkin bombed the hell out of the place. But aside from that, it's pretty much the same thing.
Oh my God! Holy shit! Aren't you?
Oh, Stanley.
And not only did he make characters that were likeable, but he made them relatable and empathetic. He pushed for female superheroes and icons at a time when women's rights were still disproportionate to men, because he believed that comics aren't just for boys, they're for everyone. He introduced a whole new sense of diversity into comic books with characters like Black Panther and Falcon. He clearly had a passion for creating memorable individuals. His love and affection for comic books is clearly shown by his constant cameo appearances in Marvel media across decades. And yet that's not why I remember Stan Lee. I remember Stan Lee as a man who never stopped smiling. Even recently, when he was dealing with harsh legal ramifications and battles with his own personal health, there was never a moment where he lost his sense of humour and his iconic quirky nature. The same nature I saw watching the Spider-Man animated show from 1994. That's why I remember Stan Lee, because to myself and many others, he will always be a superhero. Thank you for all that you have given the world, and all you continue to give.
You know, I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.